The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, great. Race no traffic. Race no.
There's Wilson to throw. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They go play action with Wilson. And this one's incomplete. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got it up. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys. There he goes, left side. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims, 75 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 19 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarter.
And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Past the 20. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore, 64 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. Denzel Mims with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the... a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action now. Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. Shifts by him. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hall ought to give up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Thomas. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's going to go up top again. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to let it go again. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 50 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to the ground with Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. From 13 yards out. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Hall again on 2nd down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacement.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes now to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. They got it. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And now here is another interception. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during.
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in the